sometimes winning team.
Yeah.
It just comes down to the anteing, and I think Fnatic just has way more footage on themselves. So other teams are able to anti-strat them a lot better. The good thing about Fnatic's playstyle, though, it's really hard to anti because they just default and they mid-round really well. So if they're probably the biggest nightmare to anti-strat because you're not really anti-stratting much besides like initial positioning.
To actually come back stronger. Learn from it. Exactly.
When you play a team you've never played against, do you focus more on anti-stratting them or building up your strats? It's always both. There will never just be one focus.
You've seen it. I mean, even
I'm talking too fast. Anti-stratting depends. Shut the fuck up. Anti-stratting primarily depends on how many tendencies the opponent has. If you are able to exploit it, then great. Like, if you're able to exploit 1 or 2 or 3 different things they do, then, and if they have really big tells, then you should just anti-strat the whole way through, right? That's what anti-strats are, just tendencies that you abuse. You don't create a whole game plan around it most of the time. You most of the time just play your own game. Twice, thank you for the tier 1. Anti-stratting is just plan around it most of the time. You most of the time just play your own game. Twice, thank you for the tier 1. Anti-stratting is just a tool to like give you direction in a round based off certain tendencies the opponent has. You don't play your whole round around how the opponent is playing all the time. Or based off what you saw in VODs previously. Chet was really good at that? Yeah, he was. He was really good at spotting massive gaps and big tendencies that we can exploit. Did you watch EMEA games yesterday? I was watching Shakes' stream, so I saw some of it. Cocaína. Thank you for the 0-1. Like EMEA as a region has always been more structured. Has always been more structured in terms of strats and game sense. Yeah, I think most teams in EMEA play very similarly to each other. It's just a difference in skill and chemistry on a lot of these teams. Which regions do you think is the hardest to play against? I think Pacific is the hardest to play against in terms of specifically PaperX. But I've enjoyed playing against DRX. I've also had a decent amount of success versus them. I've enjoyed playing versus Gen G. It's really just PaperX that's like weird. Everybody else plays very standard in Pacific as well. I think Pacific and EMEA have a lot more in common than people think. And then in Americas, it's similar as well. The top teams play very like defaulty and coordinated because that's how you ensure that nothing random happens to you, right? Like when you play defaulty, you're kind of getting rid of most of the holes that you potentially could have. Then it just comes down to how much you're able to actually change pace, like during a game. Like be aggressive, potentially be passive, knowing when to do what as a team. But I think PaperX has the most like variety in terms of how far they go with specific strategies they have. Because their players kind of just take 1v1s everywhere all the time. So they're the only real different team. Like Fnatic and G2, if you look at their playstyles, they're very, very similar. Like very, very similar. Why are you ending stream for 2 hours and then come back, you lose viewers? That's okay.